got another story for you. This is one I told when I was a little girl. First, I want to tell you what a bird's eye view or an aerial view is all about. Bird's eye view is just what it sounds like. If you were up in the sky like a bird flying around and you looked down to the ground, what would you see? That would be your bird's eye view. So if you were looking at the land and there was a big piece of land and maybe there was a river running through it, you might see it look like this. And maybe there was trees and they'd be over here. Things like that. Before I get to the story, I have a quick little bird's eye view riddle for you. What could that be? 2 lines with a circle between it? Sure, good guess. And that's exactly what it is. But if you were to use your imagination, and if you were to think in terms of a bird flying in the sky and looking down at the ground, then what would you see? Would you see a person on a bicycle wearing a big hat? It could be. In fact, it might be other things too. That's the fun thing about this type of drawing. You can make something into lots of things. Well, now it's time for the story. Once there was a little old couple and they lived in a little old house, right about there. Nearby was a large pond, right about there. And in the little house, there's their window to let in some light. Every day, the little old lady or the little old man would walk down to the pond to get some water. And on especially beautiful days, they would just walk around and around, admiring the beautiful pond. And usually when they got right here, they'd stop and look at all the fish that were in the pond. There were so many fish. When the fish saw that one of the people were there, they would oftentimes gather around here and splash, 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 splash water at the people. They would quickly run around this way and back home, where they dried off with a towel. One day, on this side of the pond, there were some tents. Someone had set up these tents, and they too went to the pond to get water. And they too would walk around and get splashed by the fish. And they would run back to their tents to dry off. One day, the little old lady asked the little old man, "Do you think our neighbors in the tent are friendly?" The little old man got his binoculars, walked outside, looked all the way over, and then walked back in to report what he had seen, which was not really much of anything. He said, "Well, I can see some tents." And the little old lady said, "I know what. Let's put up a smoke signal to see if they are friendly." And so she made a fire in their fireplace, and there's all the smoke that went up. And the very next day, the little old lady got her answer. She got a gift from the people that were in the tents. Do you want to see what it was? It was a funny little bird. See you next time.